football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Oregon Ducks. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Scarlet Knights will kick it away to start us off. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Play fake on first down, wants to throw. Gets it out fast. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Rides the back on the option to give. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking for room, it's Green. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Defense thinking run all the way, and you could tell they sell out. They stuff the run. Now it's 3rd and short. Will they run again, or are you going to force them to pass the football?
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires to the big fella. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Finds a soft spot in the middle. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. The offense changing the play. They'll move the tight end. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Duarte. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Man, those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. Here comes the field goal unit. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. Make him sweat it all. It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
To the ground with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
And the Scarlet Knights will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Has it back, and here comes the offense. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Hand off to the lone back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Power football with the run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
The Ducks are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Wants to throw on third down. Using the quick game. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
36. Now, a fourth down.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. From this spot on the field, that would be a 53-yard field goal, but they'll leave the offense out there and try to pick up the first on fourth down. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. These guys have taken some serious lumps in Big Ten play, and I want to see if they've become demoralized.
Yeah, I think you're going to find out a lot about their mental toughness here in this game, because at the start of the season, they were hoping to compete in Big Ten play. They've had some bounces not go their way. They've had some guys get injured. And now is the time in this game right here that you can turn it around by getting a win.
And it's hard. Obviously, such a difficult conference. The Big Ten, you got to bring your A game so many times or else you do get beat. You've had some setbacks. Now, how are we going to finish? We've talked about this season. We've talked about what we want to do, and we might not be living up to expectations, but we can control finishing strong.
He's got it down the middle. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the...
There he goes. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
Great execution by this offense. The running game coming through, perfect fashion, breaks the big run, finishes inside the 10.
And they do a great job of blocking downfield with their wide receivers, too. And all of a sudden now, this offense knocking on the door.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. On the option. Now the pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. They'll try to move on from that first down play, second and goal from the 12. Quarterback on the keeper. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Snagged out of the air. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in fourth and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard if you're going to go for this one now because of that success you had on that play.
Well, so much for the idea of tying the game with a short field goal attempt. It's 4th down, and they'll go for it. Zings it complete to the right. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They're ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. The give to the back. Fighting to get it out of the end zone, and I don't think he made it. He did not. It's a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
The return is brought down at the 40, and the Rutgers offense will take over 1st and 10.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got the back over the middle. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
Quickly complete. Breaks into the open. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Rutgers!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game time.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Not always the old line. Sometimes those receivers want to get a jump on the snap count, and they'll move them back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's going for the big play. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They bring him down, but not before he gets a 1st down at the 35. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
The Scarlet Knights racing to the line in a hurry-up. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. So now it's second and long. Looking downfield very late in the half. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. Catch in the middle. It's Ross. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And the Scarlet Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Second and 10, he'll throw again. Looking to the big tight end. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Hands it off. He'll be stopped at the 32. Still ground to cover if they want to convert, and 4th down is coming. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Ducks will boot it away to start the second half. The returner will field it and bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Scarlet Knights will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Clock ticking away as we have 4 minutes left here in the third. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted to stop the threat. Takes it the other way. Knocked down at the 43-yard line, and the interception has him set up in plus territory.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
And whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. The Sweet Feet buy a little time. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. On the move, it's Hill. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. They'll run play action. Going for the big play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down and more. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite.
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
That's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Finds his man. It's Renfro. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense.
Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Hauls it in. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Let's see what he can do with the return. Brings it back out to his own 29-yard line before going out of bounds, and his offense will have the ball there. Final play of the quarter coming. The RPO and fire to the right. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Guys, it is Rutgers on top here at the end of the quarter, and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Looking downfield on first down. He makes the grab. Still running at the 40. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's difficult to contain athletic quarterbacks, but man, when everybody plays their assignment, it's a beautiful thing. I understand I got to take away this. I got to keep my eyes on the quarterback, make sure he doesn't pull that football. They weren't fooled, and the quarterback had nowhere to go with it.
And the Scarlet Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Finds his big tight end. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Rutgers. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Pittsburgh proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Panthers team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The give to the back. And some room to work. There he goes! And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
The Ducks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's back-to-back plays that are not good for this offense. I mean, you've got to protect your main man. Your quarterback has to be upright to make decisions, to make big plays. Sacked on first down and a quarterback hit on second down. Got to do a better job.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Trying to get behind the defense. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Really good coverage by the DB there, and even a better job of locating the football and then knocking it away.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ross. At the 40, there he goes. Racing down the left side. The 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And the extra point is good, and the lead swells to 16, and it's getting late. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, they've got a ways to go if they're going to win this game. It's all about getting the drive started. They come away with a positive play to get this thing going. Let's see what they can do now.
And the Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Grab near the sticks. It's Stevenson. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. From the gun, the ground game. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. The short hands. It's Stevenson. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The Ducks have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Green. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, he'll throw it. He's got him. Runs through the tackle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Just keeps slinging it. Wide open downfield. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal?
Here we go.
He might want another play. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Back to pass. Wide out trying to get it in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Wants to fire it in the end zone on third and goal. He's got his man. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. A fourth quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. Got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
From the gun, looking for a man. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
Tight coverage by this defense, creating the interception, and man, for a second, it looked like he was about to house that. The offense does a good job becoming the defense and making the play around midfield.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Jesse. You want to keep moving the ball and being aggressive, but don't turn the thing over.
So how about getting the running game going right here, David, on this drive? Let those big fellas up front get some push, bleed the clock, move the chains.
Yeah, no need to get greedy. I know the passing stats and you want to score, but you're right. The clock right now is your friend with a 2-possession lead.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Scarlet Knights will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. They booted away on 4th down. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw on 1st down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. Game is essentially over right now, and you wonder if it's really necessary to jack up the score like this.
It might not be necessary, but it won't be forgotten. I can tell you that because coaches, they don't forget things like this. Late in games, you want to run the score up, get that extra touchdown. I'll get the chance in the future to do this back to you. I like it. Just keep it in the back of your mind.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Renfro. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. There he goes. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.